Okay, so this is Great by Choice Chapter 6 video summary, and wow, we're actually approaching the end here. And the title of this one is called SMAC, which stands for, according to the chapter, Specific, Methodical, and Consistent, which are three, I'd say, pretty important traits that are needed in basically any form of job or any form of especially leadership job. And it applies to like fast changing environments more. Like the general rule of thumb is the more uncertain, fast changing, and unforgiving your environment is, the more SMAC you need to be. Which basically, in my opinion, SMAC is just, it's an acronym telling you to just be more aware of everything that's going on and everything that happens, like your surroundings. So basically what the chapter recommends is that you should start off with one, you should adhere to it, so obviously you should follow it. You shouldn't just be the person, it's like with New Year's, you shouldn't be the person that says they're gonna like do their resolution, but not stick with it, not follow through on it. Same thing here, you shouldn't just say you're gonna do it and just leave it alone. You shouldn't just say you're gonna do it and just leave it hanging there. You should at least put an effort towards it, because it could be and make a pretty big difference. And that's what it did for the 10Xers with like fanatic discipline and productive paranoia, which were two concepts that were basically, I'll say, added in because of SMAC. So one of the findings that I think is important to discuss is all but one of the comparison cases had solid recipes. So they had solid SMACs throughout their best years, but they lacked the discipline to implement them with creative consistency, often making them reactionary lurches in response to turbulent times. So basically what that means, they did what I said like they shouldn't do. They just put them in place without having an actual purpose for them. And when the pressure time came, they didn't really know how to react in the right way. And they didn't make amendments to it, they didn't revise it basically, and they didn't use it in a way that could have benefited them more. So the unexpected findings, I think, is that it is indeed possible to develop SMAC practices and recipes, which they just thought it was a concept. They didn't think it could actually happen. And once SMAC recipes had come, the 10X cases changed them by an average of 15%, which was compared to 60% before, over the respective areas of analysis, which they thought was a stunning finding, given that all the companies in the study, whether it was 10X studies or comparisons alike, they all faced rapid change and unrelenting uncertainty. So before, they thought that the fast-changing environment wasn't the right key, but in fact it was, in order for these SMACs to be applied well. And you might think of SMAC as just implementing change, but it's far more than that, and it's actually looking more in depth. Like, it's figuring out what works and understanding why it works, and then getting a good grasp on knowing like overall what to do. And yeah, I think SMAC, I think it's a pretty, I'll say, underrated. It's an underrated topic. It's addressed, but it's not addressed in the form of the SMAC, the specific, methodical, and consistent method. It's addressed, but it's not really addressed in that way, and it's something that probably should be addressed more, because a lot of people actually are just getting taken off guard and don't really know what to do. And that's what happened in the 10X cases when pressure time came, and I feel as though more people should know about SMAC and know what to do to be prepared. Overall, pretty interesting chapter, pretty interesting concepts. Thank you.